So, this is coming, I think, at a really important and interesting time with the pandemic going on, things being in full swing. People are really trying to figure out how they can go into new different industries. And I won't say that everybody's going to be able to make it into the UX industry right now, but I want to help anybody who is trying to make that course correction, that path. I want to recognize my own privilege on that one. Unfortunately, I don't make the job rec, so I can't tell them not to. I can't always tell them not to require degrees, but I always advocate for things like that when we can. However, we want people to get into this industry, and we want a lot of different diverse opinions and voices here. So we want to try and help y'all out with that today.
Cool. I think one of the things to kind of start with is I can give you a little background of where we can give you a background of where we are today, because we're both designers. We've been in the industry a while. I would say it's been almost 8 years now that I've been in the industry. I am a manager. I do sit on job recs sometimes. So I think I can give you a little bit of insight to what's normally being looked for and things like that. It definitely applies differently between levels, right? Like if you're breaking into the industry, there's a lot different things that we're looking for than if you've been a senior designer for a long time. And I think my biggest advice just right off the bat, and this is not a quote that I came up with, but there's some quote that I saw years ago that says, don't compare your start to somebody else's finish. And I'm like, that's the biggest issue I see with designers trying to break into the industry. I actually teach designers and mentor designers and teaching a portfolio class now, trying to help people get into the industry, right? And I'm like, the hard thing is it's not bad to look for role models or emulate senior designers, right? But if you're a junior designer and you're looking to break into the industry, and you're trying to make a case study or position yourself like a senior designer, you might actually be showing the wrong things. You might be overselling yourself when someone's not looking for that. So I think some of the things to just keep in mind up front, as someone that has been a hiring manager and been on a lot of design hiring loops, is you don't have to go beyond your means. You don't have to stretch and make it look like you've done more than you did. It really comes down to you showcasing what you did, what you know how to do, and that's it. That's really what it comes down to. I'll go into more detail later on, but what are some of your initial thoughts too, Khalen?
Yeah, I would say I kind of emulate that belief, because a lot of what people are trying to figure out from the beginning is just what makes up you as a designer, what makes up your skill set, what makes you special and sets you apart as a designer. In the early stages of your career, that's really what it's about. It's about sort of, to a degree, being able to brand yourself and say, I'm a person who really shines in these areas because I have a passion for this thing, or I really love to do this kind of work for this reason.
Right.
And really, being able to speak to that and then showing just your own process is a big part of that. And, coming in at a junior level, people just want to know that this person has the basic core skill set, that they know what to do. So that way, when I tell them, hey, we got to, work on a couple flows, or we got to work on this particular feature and come up with something new, that I can basically leave you in front of a chalkboard.
You'll get it done.
And you'll sketch the hell out of this thing.
It's a chalkboard and a ruler, and if you draw the wrong wireframe, we're smacking your hand.
I think that's really what getting into the industry is about, is just building and showing off those fundamental skills and just being able to show that in your portfolio.